And now, the Soccerverse Show!
There we go. In conjunction with Blockchain Gaming World, it is the Soccerverse Show. Number one son, how's it going?
Yes, doing good.
Good. Right, let's go straight into what we've been playing. So I need to go into Soccerverse, and we can run through what's been happening in the last week. So here we are, 2,876 manager jobs available. Your main team is in Sweden. You are.
Are you sharing Soccerverse? Because I can't see it right now.
You not see it?
No. It's just stuck on the intro.
Oh, it's stuck on the other one. Good. Technical problems. Right, let's go back here. It should be sharing it. Okay. Let's replace screen sharing. I wonder if it's because it's the video. Maybe that's why. Good. Is that working now? No. Okay. While I'm sorting this out, you tell us how you've been getting on.
So.
What's your main club called?
Mjölby, and it's in Sweden Division 1.
You've had some good news and some bad news.
The good news is I'm in the final for the Swedish Cup because I won 2-0 against a team who was in the semi-final, and they were actually in Division 2 of Sweden. We can see your screen now, by the way.
You can see it now?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. Oh, yeah, good.
Yeah, so through to the final, which I'm going to play Mjölby, which are top now. They've just overtaken Solna, who used to be at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not so good is that I lost my last 2 matches, both 2-1. But we have got some new managers in Borlänge and Trelleborg.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few new managers coming in. So you are 5th from bottom in the league, but 32. So, I mean, technically you could be caught. How many games left are there? Is it 6?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 6, but I've got 7 because I'm playing in the cup.
Yeah.
Cup final.
So, yeah, but I mean 6 league games. So technically, Gothenburg Blue could take you over, but it looks like Luke 79 has I don't know. Well, he's not logged in for a while, so he's gone yellow. New manager at Borlänge. So we'll see. He actually won his last game.
Yeah.
Against you, wasn't
it? Yeah, because I didn't know what formation he was going to play because it's hard to judge against new managers what they're going to play.
Yeah. So we'll see. So there's a little bit of tension there, but exciting about the cup game. So every team is entered into their sort of local cup. So if you're in French Division 1, you'd be in the French Cup. So it's basically you're playing all the different divisions. The obviously the good thing about it is the further you go in the competition, the more SBC the club wins. So what's the minimum you're gonna win by being in the final?
Well, if you win in the final, I think you get around 32 million.
If you win the final,
yeah, and if you get runner-ups, which is second, I think you get around 12-13 million.
Yeah. So that's in the way the game is at the moment. Sort of 10 million will buy you a pretty decent. Will probably buy you like maybe even an 80 rated player, maybe an older 80 rated player. I mean, if you pay the wages as well, but that's
you might get like.
Yeah. So getting that far is obviously a great achievement. Well done. And you're going to get a bunch of SVC for the club, and that's good because at the start of next year, 2026, the new season starts, and every club has 7 spots for transfers, 7 in and 7, and that's
Yeah.
obviously a key sort of part of the game where everyone's competing to improve their squad, like in real life. And normally, you're sort of weak in some areas. You're sort of, I really need a really good left back, or I need a whatever particular. Sometimes if you've got a good squad, you want to get specialists to go. This time I'll get a attacking left footer forward. Give me more formations to play. But so that's good. Okay. So we've had a look at your Sweden one. Let's have a look at mine. My alt club is it's not. I don't know what's going on there. Sorry, the computer's a bit slow now because I'm streaming. So let's have a look in Sweden Division 3, which is where my alt club is. So we have actually been checking the rules, or I've been checking the rules about multi-clubbing. So in Soccerverse, you are allowed to run multiple clubs. What you can't do is basically do anything that isn't towards the best running of that club. So you can't just sell all your best players to your other team. You can't sell all your worst players to another team to take the money out. You can't do stuff that isn't logical for a manager who wants their team to win. And the other big rule is if you can't have 2 teams in the same league, because obviously then you're going to play each other, and that's not fair for the other team. So if you do have an alt club that ends up in this, is going to get promoted or relegated to a league where you also have a club, you have to get out of one of those. You have to swap managers out. So you basically can't manage 2 teams in the same league. So this is my alt club, Jon Coping, because it's very hilariously it's Jönköping in Swedish. Is Jon Coping in English. Hilariously, dad jokes there. So I've not done too badly. I think since last time we were on, I drew, and then I had a massive win, which was pretty good, and then I had a bit of a disappointing draw. So this win was a 7-0 win, so pretty happy with that. And then my really good player, my really good striker, who's out on loan from my other club, Bolton, got injured, so I only drew the next game. So still should get promoted. This would be from Sweden Division 3 into Sweden Division 2. We do have another family member, 2 family members who have clubs in Division 2. So that will be exciting. But we'll see how we end up there. And then my other team is Bolton, which is actually, let's have a quick look at them, because they are in English Division 3, which is, quite actually a high division. It's sort of, I guess, maybe Swedish Division 1 is about the same. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe like a bit of Division 2, because like Malmö's Swedish one is a bit of a mixture of England Division 3 and maybe Division 2, because like Malmö have got loads of 80 rated players and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. So so anyway, I'm down in the bottom here. I'm just above relegation, but I was in relegation for a lot of the season. So we said 6 games left, and I'm not done too badly. Actually, look at the other teams around me. They've lost. So Stockport's pretty much going down, I would suggest. Sheffield Blue, they got a win, so maybe they can get it out. High Wycombe, Chris is looking like he may be tapping out there. I'm not sure. Maybe he'll come back. He's lost 3 in a row, so it's pretty poor from him. I won my last game, and these are good because I've been playing high level teams. So I think the draw was against the 2nd or 3rd, and the win was against someone in the top 5, and someone in the top 10. But then I've got to play the top 5 and 6 as well in my next game. So pretty difficult. Could go down. Obviously, only 4 points there. Dave Oliver, Oxford Yellow, been playing the game a lot. Remember him from the first season. He's not one for, so he's dropping down. But you can still see my goal difference is pretty awful, -21. I didn't do my tactics for a lot at the start of the season. I got lazy, and my team is actually not very good. I've not really focused on my team. But anyway, yeah, we could manage, but it's tight as it always is. Anyway, so the next thing we're going to maybe is portfolio. Do you have a look at your portfolio? You want to take us through what you've been doing? Because obviously one key thing of the game is the football management side of it, which is obviously what we just looked at. But another key thing of it is sort of buying assets in the game and thinking of it more as a sort of investment. I mean, it's not an investment. We shouldn't say investment. Not investment, but thinking at it in terms of buying players and clubs that you think are going to do better in future. This is a different app we're looking at here. So this app is going live later in December, and that will actually go live with all the management stuff in there as well. So the old app we're looking at will go away, and everything will be done in this sort of slightly smarter app. But so we can look here. So take us through what you've been up to, Herbert.
So
look at all your players. That's always a good thing to do, because these are not players that that most people would have heard of. These are not even players that you would have heard of without Soccerverse. Is that right?
Yeah.
So it's taking a while. So where have you found from?
So
how are you sourcing these?
I've been looking around at just all over Soccerverse really, and quite a few of these players I've found, and their payouts are either quite high compared to their influence per SVC price.
Yeah.
So their payback is a lot quicker than other players, and most of these players that I have now are players that pay back quite quickly.
Yeah.
So
we can see here, I guess, I mean, this first, obviously some of these are, you know, you can buy any player in Soccerverse if you know, for the right money, but someone like Martinez, obviously ranked 95, that's his game ranking out of 100. So he's, you know, one of the best known players in the world, plays for
Inter Milan.
Inter Milan, isn't he? So we can see here, pretty difficult to see, but he's got a value in the game in the Soccerverse SVC token, 39 million. He's got wages. So we can see 882,000 SVC a week. He's got a contract with his team and fitness and all that. So he has sort of stats that are how he plays in the game. So if you played him as a defender, even though he's 95 rated, if you played him as a defender, he's going to do rubbish because he's not a defender, as would happen in real life. You have to play him in the right position. He's got obviously a fitness level, so if he plays too much and plays too hard, he doesn't play. He's not so effective. If his fitness is down, he can get injured. He's got morale. Yeah, he's got tactics, passing and shooting. He's got rating for those. We can see here in the form, is he actually playing well? He's not actually playing well at the moment. He's getting 5s and 6s out of 10s. But then the economic bit here is his value in the game, and you own 0.05%. So you own hardly any of him.
Yeah, only 500.
Because
because in the game his influence per SVC is 0.7. So that would cost 350 SVC.
So you bought a little bit of him, and you can see here every month you get 5.73 SVC. So you earn the proportion of his wages. So if you had 100%, which you couldn't do, but from a sort of mathematical point of view, if you owned 100% of the influence in Martinez, you would earn 882,000 SVC a week. But if you were going to buy all his influence, it would probably cost you about
quite a lot,
like six grand or something. I don't know, probably maybe more than that even. I don't know. So that's why these these well-known players, they give you a lot of wages, but they're very expensive to buy their influence. So that's why people mainly are spending time looking at very young players, because their influence is very cheap. But as they get better and their game rating goes up every season, every 6 months in real life, every season in Soccerverse, then they're going to become more valuable in the game. Then their wages are going to go up. They're going to go to new clubs, and then their payouts may have been like 20 SVC a game now, but they may, I don't know what the most expensive is. Probably some people are getting like 1,000 SVC a game, I would think, something like that. I don't know what he's doing, but so that's the thing. That's why a lot of these players are sort of obscure, and some of them, this guy here, Abduli Manen, he's actually plays for your club.
Yeah, he went up by 5 last season, and he's quite young, so I bought a bit of him.
Okay, good. So you own 1% of him. So yeah, you can sort
If
of
you
see.
go if you scroll to the very top,
Yeah.
no, to like the very, very top.
Oh, okay.
Next to higher pay, there are loads of things you can pick, and if you pick 30 days, you can see which players I make the most money from.
Which one's that?
Where it says rating and the down arrow.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see.
There should be a thing at the very top that says 30 days or 30D.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the right one. Okay, so very good. So these are the players who you are generating the most SVC from in the game, and SVC is the cryptocurrency in Soccerverse coins, effectively. So yeah, so you did a good scouting. We sort of did it together, but you actually did the work, actually, didn't you? Simon Moore, he is the goalkeeper for
Sunderland.
in real life.
Sunderland.
Is he the third goalkeeper or their second goalkeeper or something?
I'm not sure, but
yeah,
he is part of Sunderland.
So you did a good research project and you went through all the Premier League. You've gone through all of them. Which team haven't you done? There's one you haven't done, isn't it?
Liverpool. Yeah.
So you went through all the Premier League players, and we did a big spreadsheet. But I put out the spreadsheet and you filled it all in. And we looked at all the players in the Premier League and what their cost was in SVC for influence and what their wages were.
And their payback.
And then we basically looked over how many matches it would take for them to pay back. If we spent 100 SVC, how many matches would it take for us to earn 100 SVC from their wages? And obviously that's looking at the prices now, and obviously the prices for all of them will change next season. But some will go up and some will go down. So that's the sort of the clever thing. But this guy here, he was one of the best, wasn't he? He was one of the most effective ones we found.
Yeah. I think he might have actually been the most effective. But I checked on Soccerverse and his influence per SVC is 0.0027. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Check.
Yeah. Yes. So even though he's really old, he's a goalkeeper. So goalkeepers can go on for a while. Goalkeepers generally don't get paid so much. That's one of the problems with goalkeepers is they do last a long because they have a longer career. That means they don't get paid so much because Soccerverse basically tries to keep everyone in equilibrium. So
here Simon Moore is 0.0023 influence per SVC. His payouts is 15.4 SVC. So that's his payouts every week. The starting lineup bonus, which he usually starts most of the games, is 3.8. So now he's making around 19 if he's not injured. And a clean sheet, if he doesn't let any goals in, is 7. So that's quite good. Yeah,
that's where you have to actually look at what's going on in the game. Then you have to go. So he's really old, and he's only rated 64, so that's not high. But if he's playing in a team in a low division, 64 could be quite good. So, and if he's a goalkeeper, he's going to play every game unless he's injured. So you're going to get there's the sort of players' wages they get every week. Then they get an appearance bonus if they're playing. A goalkeeper like him is going to be playing every week because we know we can go and check what team he's in. And because he's a goalkeeper, he's gonna. Defenders as well do get a clean sheet bonus.
Yeah.
But you sort of work out if he's in a sort of lower league and he's quite highly rated, and is his team any good? He's going to be getting that bonus, and so you put it all together, and he's not guaranteed it every week, but you can sort of get an idea of maybe the games to pay back the SVC sort of cost is actually going to be quicker than it might be if you just take his basic wages. So and the other thing was, because he's a goalkeeper and really old, buying his influence was super cheap.
Yeah.
So you bought 30% of that, so it's pretty good, and he's earning you 47.4 a month. See, it's all changed. So it says here, if his contract is renewed, it's going to go down by 60%. So, but he was so cheap, I think he paid back up straight away, didn't he? Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously the thing about the contract is that's how long his contract is with the team in Soccerverse. And at the end of once his contract runs down to 0, he basically gets kicked out of that team and goes to what they call the free bench, unless the manager renews his contract. And that can change the wages as his rating in the game changes. So his rating is 864, probably not going to change very much because he's 35 now. He's still with Sunderland in the real world. So if he changes clubs in real world, that can change his rating. If he retires, he still stays in the game actually for a couple of years. So there is that to think of as well. So you have to think about a few different things. You have to do a bit of research, but in some of these cases, we can see actually a lot of these ones you can see they're on good wages, because if their wages are renewed, it's going to drop a lot. But this guy here, Magic Domanski, who is 35, he's on a 3-year contract. So.
Yeah, and also another quite good thing about him, his payouts are very high. His price is 0.0016.
Yeah.
He's 67 rated. He is quite old, 35. But okay, he's not actually that good for his team, so he won't play that much. Yeah. But his standard payout is 26.6.
Really high. Well, not really high, but really high for that sort of level. So yeah.
Really high compared to his influence price.
Yeah, and you can often see this is the case because other players have already come in and bought big chunks of the influence. So you can see he's already got another. You own 20%, but he's got someone else probably owns more than that. His agent, I would think. And this one here, the next guy, he was a good find. Wellington Ferrari. I can't even pronounce this. Anyway, him. You own 100% of him.
Yeah, I bought all of him because he was very cheap.
Ferreira. Wellington Ferreira from he's Brazilian. He's quite old, and he's 32, but he's going to probably keep going for a while. He's not brilliant, 52 rated, but
his price was 0.000, 3 zeros and a 4, and his payouts was 7.45.
Yeah. So you're doing a sort of good job there. In terms of your players, and we could actually although this price is wrong at the moment, actually, I don't know why it's picking up the wrong price. It's picking up the price of SVC much too low. So this doesn't make any sense, actually. But you can see you've got influence in 85 players. It's saying that's worth $7. It's actually worth more than that, and you're making, in this case, 28 cents a month, but that's wrong. I don't know why it's picking out that it's not picking up the right price. It's miles off. Anyway, let's go back to the this is considering 0.00. It should be 0.008. So this is off by 99%. I don't know why it's doing that. But it's obviously not picking this up correctly. And actually, a lot of things aren't being picked up here. I think it's because it's an alpha thing. They're messing around with the probably the API feeds and stuff. So should we have a quick look at my account? If this is gonna work, so we can see here. Obviously, I've put a bit more money in than you have, and it's not. It's because it's user. But you spend sort of you're the better scout than me. You spend a lot more time looking through, and you often go, "Oh, I found this guy."
Yeah,
I'm a bit more top down than you. So my players, the players I've got, are a bit more well known, aren't they? So I'm actually very proud. Proud of my. It's ridiculous to say. We were talking about this last night, weren't we? I was talking you through Elliot Anderson versus Adam Wharton.
It's not coming up on the screen, but
Is it okay? Oh, not. Oh, it's because it opens up again, doesn't it?
oh, there you go. It's on now.
So there we go. Obviously, compared to your players who are not so well known, these players are fairly well known. So Adam Wharton's he's 21, Elliot Anderson 23, both playing for England now, playing for Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest, respectively. There's lots of rumours about Elliot Anderson going to go to maybe Man United for 100 million, but maybe Chelsea want him, or he's basically someone who's not going to stay at Nottingham Forest next season, I don't think. He's just super good. He's the next Declan Rice. I don't think Arsenal will go for him, but he's probably not. I haven't watched him play that much actually, but he's probably not sort of quite a super skillful player. Actually, I tell a lie. I think he's underrated. Actually, I don't know why they rated him at 79. It seems very odd for someone who's played for England. That's one thing you've been looking at as well, haven't you? The rating of players comes from the Football API.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think they get there in the end. It just takes them. Soccerverse updates every 6 months, so you can see the live rating all the time. But they still seem to be underrating Elliot Anderson, I think. So I got some Victor Gyökeres actually last season, so I don't own quite 1% of him. But he was obviously then he was known he was going to go to Arsenal, or pretty much expected he was going to go to Arsenal. So that was quite a good deal I got there. Actually, going back up here as we were talking about the sort of the contracts here. So Elliot Anderson is actually underpaid at the moment. So if he's renewed, his contract's renewed, his wages should go up by 20%. So you have to, that's why people try and buy sort of up and coming players, because you sort of think the game actually does undervalue them at the moment in terms of the player rating and the club they're at. And you think over time, if this player is gonna, even going up from a 79 to he'll probably be a 90 plus rated player. But you have to wait. This is the thing. Soccerverse up rates every 6 months, so you just have to wait. Might have to wait a few years till he's like 28 to get his full potential. So some people like that, some people don't. And he's not played very well there, is he? He's got a 3 out of 10. That's pretty poor. Okay. What else have we got? We did have an agenda, but I don't know what I've not looked at the agenda. You got anything else to say for the agenda?
I bought 40 influencing John Coping because they're getting promoted, and you're going to try and take them to Division 1.
Yeah. That's a good thing to say. So a lot of our focus has been on we basically focus on the players, because I think the players are at the moment a bit more interesting, and you can sort of know what's happening in the real world with the players.
Yeah.
With the clubs, there is something interesting happening there, but it will take longer, because if you have a really good manager of a club in Soccerverse, that club, even if they are in a top division already, they will earn more SVC, because they might win a cup, and there's like the national cups, but there's also international cups. So I don't know. I can't remember. Who was playing in the international cup last time? Was it Barcelona versus someone? I can't remember who it was. Can you remember?
In what? In real life?
No, in Soccerverse they had there was a cup for all the teams. I can't remember who won.
Oh.
But they win tons of SVC, and obviously
For their club.
Yeah, but also if you own influence in players, you get a share of their wages. If you own influence in a club, you also get a share of effectively their revenue. So it's much harder to work out. But if you think there's a great manager who can take their Division 7 England club, Division 1, then clearly the influence in those teams are going to be worth a lot more. It's going to take like 3.5 years. It's going to take like 6 seasons, 3 years for them to do it. But the influence is going to be worth a lot more. They're going to be generating a lot more SVC. They're going to need more SVC because they're going to need to spend loads on transfers. So it's a difficult thing to work out. But I think over time, we'll start to see people investing in clubs, and potentially because they've taken over a club or they know someone who's taken over a club. So that's what you're talking about. So I'm managing Young Sherping, and that's why you influence, because you think Young Sherping is going to be worth more.
Yeah, because I could sell it for a higher price than maybe I bought it for.
Yeah.
So then I'm basically making SVC because you brought it to Division 1, if you do.
Yeah. And although the other thing with clubs is you buy the club influence, mainly you buy that with USDC. So you buy that with the stable coin, and you're buying that from the game itself in the packs. But then once you own SVC in a club, you can then sell it. You can then put it on the marketplace and sell it to, you can set the price you would sell it at, and then someone else can come and buy it if you want. So there's a period of time in which the club SVC is sort of diluted. Is sort of not diluted. Is transferred from people buying it in USDC and then selling it in SVC. So that would be a very long process. Yes. What else have I got here? Who's Kojo Laba? I've written that down. Have I bought that?
Yeah, you did. It was the guy that I told you about.
Ah.
He's got 53 goals and 52 appearances.
Oh,
and
yes.
His payouts is 137 SVC and his price is 0.0095.
Let's have a quick look and see if I can find him. So this is one of your great scouting things. And again, this goes back to what we were saying before, which was you found this guy who was just scoring tons of goals.
Yeah. It's not coming up. I think it's a bit
No, I've not done it. But he's also he's rated 80, which is nuts, isn't it?
Yeah, he is rated quite high.
So he's super cheap. 0.0, well, not super cheap, but 0.00 is practically 0.01. So that's not. I wouldn't say that's cheap, but not super cheap.
Yeah.
And then if we go and look at him, so you can see he's had 73 appearances and scored 73 goals, which is just, when we look at his payouts, he gets 130. Yeah, you go through it.
137 SVC for every week, basically. Whoever has full influence in him gets 137 SVC. If they start the game, they get 34 SVC added onto that 137. So that's about 171 SVC so far.
Yeah.
Something like that. A goal bonus is quite high, 68 goal bonus on top of that 170 SVC that you get if he starts and he plays the match. And he is also one of the best in his team, so he's pretty much going to start every match unless he's injured.
Yeah. So it looks like he's 137 is his base, but he's going to be like 340. No, 240. With all and he's getting assists as well. So he's getting goals and assists, and he gets as much for an assist as a goal. Man of the match, 13. Yeah, he's that's what's sent off. But he was he's a little bit old, obviously. He's 33. He was a fantastic spot. Even though I had no idea who he is in real life. The other one I'll put in and see if I can find him. There's this guy. I was watching. So I wasn't. I'll start again. I was watching football, but what I was actually doing was checking website about footballers, and there's this. I think this one I got a bit carried away on, to be honest. But there's this guy.
Is it Brazilian? Him,
Yeah.
I've seen him. I saw him.
See, Lucas. They're not going to find him. He's got.
What I did, you have to go. Oh wait, let me check. I've actually got it here.
Oh, it's all right. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you have to go onto player database and go through all the Brazilian players that are 17 years old. And I found him, but he's quite young, and apparently he's doing all right in the real world.
Yeah. So he was quite well known. So he wasn't like I brought him all up. Let's share this tab. So here he is on Wikipedia. Jose Lucas Gomes da Silva. All these Brazilians have these mad names. Well, they seem mad to us, obviously normal to them. Zé Lucas. He's defensive midfield, and he is, what they're saying, 17 years old. He's pretty small. That's the only thing. So I don't know how good he's going to be. But everyone was talking him up. You always get a few of these. I don't know. I think you can get a little bit sort of carried away. There's always, and there's like at the moment there's two I think they're two Ecuadorian brothers who are 17. Like Arsenal have just bought them. And so, all this sort of stuff. So if you get, I think you can get a little bit carried away with having all these. Because there's always new players coming through. There's always 17-year-olds and 18-year-olds, and they're always going to be the next whatevers. And obviously, most of them aren't. They can't. There's only a certain amount of players can sort of get in. So this is actually showing you my screen here. So this other guy, Archie James Stevens, he's an Arsenal. I support Arsenal. So he's a 17-year-old, 18-year-old guy who's just joined Arsenal. He's Scottish. So he was super cheap. So I got him not because he pays out well at the moment, because I just thought, well, I support Arsenal, so I'll go for him. Where is this other guy? Here he is. So Jose Lucas Gomes da Silva. So Nick X, the well-known streamer, has got him. So I just got in. I just bought. I actually bought it. So is that right? Oh, no, yeah. So between me and Nick, we own 50% plus one. So that's the important thing if people want to vote for agents and stuff. So I didn't talk to Nick. I just did it to work out about that. So again, he's probably someone, it's hard to judge. I didn't buy more of him because it's just, I don't think he's like a banker. I don't think you just go, yeah, this guy's going to be playing for Barcelona in 5 years' time. Winning the Palme d'Or, what do they call it, Golden Boot or whatever. Is it? No, it's not Palme d'Or, is it? That's for films. But anyway, so I didn't go over the top with him, and he's not super. To say he's really not super cheap. He's sort of, for a 17-year-old who's not proven, even is he earning. Let's have a look. 27. So. Yeah, we'll see. It's a 6-year contract. So, yeah. So I think that was everything on the agenda for this week. I guess the big news is the big news will be the Swedish Cup final. So when's that happening?
It's happening Monday 22nd. So it's quite a long way away.
Oh, quite a long way off. Okay. Well, hopefully you have a problem with a lot of your good players are injured at the moment, aren't they? Will they be ready for that?
My two best. Well, one of my best centre backs are injured. One of them's like 70% tired. One of my right backs is injured, and now because I played this other centre back, he's now 60% tired, and my right mid's injured, and my best goalie's injured. So,
yeah.
ones that are tied will probably just recover before the next match.
Yeah.
There's this website on the Soccerverse hub. If you
Mhm.
put in players' starting fitness, so I put
yeah.
in 70 minutes played. Let's say 90. Calculate injury days. I just put 0, for example.
Yeah.
It will say here recovery time 6 to 6 days, recovery rate 5 to 9 points per day.
Okay, so
So that's
it tells you how quickly. Yeah.
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 You have to put in their fitness, minutes played, and injury days since they've been last injured.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll got that to look forward to at the end of the season. Good. Okay. Well, thank you, number one son. That has been a good discussion today. We'll do it again next week.
Why not?
Why not? Indeed. That's the enthusiasm we love. Okay. See you next week.
Yeah. See you. Bye.